Okay, well, this is my drive home number 3, and I'm actually looking at quite a bit of traffic today. It's kind of funny. I did this because I've always had so much traffic. In the first two of these I did, there was pretty light, actually. But now you're getting the full effect of what I'm dealing with, or a little bit closer of that. So it's miles and miles of this. Anyway, so yeah, no wrecks yet, so doing good. Doing good. Still not gotten in a wreck. This has not distracted me to the point where I've actually crashed into anybody. But so today let's talk about something that's a little bit of a follow-up to yesterday's recording. So I don't know if I'll post them in order if I get this one up as soon as this other one posts. But the follow-up to the one I did about my brother bothering me about buying a Switch. So I'd also like to talk about why I don't really play my 3DS and how that affects why I don't really feel like I want to switch. So I do have a 3DS. I have a 3DS XL. I've got the nice red 3DS XL, not the new one with the little thumb stick in it and the the reader for the amiibo in it. I have the old school XL one with the larger screen, which is what I like. I know it doesn't look as good to some people, but I would much rather have the larger screen. But I don't play it that much. I don't particularly like playing on smaller screens just in general. I am an adult, so it's not like I'm sitting in the car all that often with chances to play it. And even if I do play the thing, even if I'm at home, I mean, forget about being outside, where no matter what you do, the brightness of the screen is still difficult to see. But the biggest thing that bothers me about my 3DS is that I can't hear the damn thing. I have to wear headphones in it to hear it, and I won't play video games without being able to hear the game. That's a big part of the experience to me. I know a lot of people will listen to a music or a podcast or can hold a conversation and play a game. That really bothers me. I don't like doing it. I don't like watching movies just with subtitles and the sound turned down. I don't like playing games without the sound on. So the 3DS, it's just too quiet. The Wii U gamepad also, it's just too quiet if you play on it by itself. I don't understand why those things can't be as loud as iPads. My kids' iPads, those things are loud. They don't need earphones if they're hanging out somewhere in the car or anything like that on long trips. They can pull those things out and they're super loud. So I don't play it all that much for that reason. Even when I'm at home, someone else using the TV, it just doesn't really occur to me because I don't want to pull out 3DS, then put earphones in, and then I have to worry about, my kids doing something or my wife trying to tell me something, and I've got earphones in my ears. So that being said, I haven't played a lot of the games on it after I bought them and thought, oh, I'm definitely going to be enjoying this. I haven't played the Zelda follow-up, the sequel to A Link to the Past. What was it? Link Between Worlds. I haven't played that yet, and I really am surprised that I haven't played that yet. If you had told me 20 years ago that I was going to get a direct sequel to that game, and I've had it for 3DS for a few years now, and I haven't even played it. I haven't even booted up to start the game yet. I would be really surprised. But it's just not an experience I really want to have. And that sort of brings me to the Switch, is that as much as I don't play my 3DS as a portable, which is all it's really designed to do, I would play the Switch as a portable even less, because I don't trust that it's going to be loud enough. Let's assume that it is. But I think, like I've said before, the controllers look like they're garbage, the ones that actually sit on the sides, the Joy-Cons. And I will have absolutely zero use for them. And I imagine that it would just be an exercise of frustration to be playing anything using that thing, or those. And in addition to that, it's bigger. The 3DS XL is just about as big as I can get in my pocket. And I don't want to carry a backpack around with me to pull out a Switch and play the thing. I'm really surprised. I went to a con, Too Many Games recently, and I saw a couple of people playing Switches, and I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. What are you putting that in? They all have backpacks. They all have little bags. Man, God, I'm not going to carry that thing around like that. That's crazy. So, I mean, if you do that, all the best to you, but it's just one of those things that it's an expensive piece of tech for something that I'm not going to get much use out of. So that's really about it as far as this goes. It's just, another thing to break, another thing. Oh, that's another thing I can mention is why I also don't play my Wii U much anymore. And that's because the screen, on the control, okay, so it came with the Wii U gamepad, right? And that thing is integral to the system. You have to have it, or it has to be on, and a lot of games use specifically that. Well, my gamepad is all sorts of screwed up at this point. One of the trigger sticks, I've managed to kind of clean it out a little bit and get it to work better, but then it just gunks back up pretty fast after that. And the left thumbstick on the thing does not, if you're pushing forward on it and you try to push left or right while you're pushing forward, it doesn't work. It doesn't read your motion very well. And so now I'm stuck with the problem of having to send that thing in or find someone in town. I have found someone in town that can repair it, but it's going to be nearly $100 to get the thing repaired. And that's just a really, really big chunk of money to get a controller repaired when you can't go buy another one. I would have been much happier if I could just go buy another one of those dumb controllers for the thing, one of the game pads. And the Switch being what it is, that thing being in the entire system, I'm just afraid it's going to break. I've got young kids, they're going to want to play it like that. And part of the reason my Wii U controller is all screwed up is because of the way they play with it. And I just see too readily in my mind that thing getting smashed, kicked, whatever, and the whole system going. So, well, there it is. So hopefully I won't be just doing a bunch of Nintendo rants. There are some things about Nintendo that I do like, but it's usually on the software and the developer side. Almost every other decision they make, I don't understand. So anyway, tell me what you think. Again, this is closer to the traffic that I usually deal with. But if you are actually listening to these, enjoying them, let me know. I don't really know how much people enjoy this, but again, it's something I can do to keep my mind off of how horrible the traffic actually is. But thanks for watching, and take care. Bye.